You're a Christian and you know that God wants you to be married, but you have had disappointment after disappointment in the dating game, and you're exhausted and you're ready to hang it up. You're a disappointment after disappointment and date after date, no success, and you just don't know where to go from there. And as a Christian, you realize that there are other things you need to pay attention. And it seems like the minefield of dating is even more complicated as a Christian. Well, if you're ready to give up, you've come to the right place. In our last post, we talked about providing almost like a guidebook. We call it the clear signs, the dating with a purpose, clear signs ahead. We've developed three categories of that all start with the letter M and all ask a certain question about who you're dating. All of these, once again, these three categories kind of comprise this simple guidebook that we've kind of put together and we're putting together today in our second post. So the three categories are this. The first category, and they all start with an M. So the first category is master. And so it asks the question, who is Jesus your master? If you're a Christian, he needs to be your master. The second category is the person you're dating mature? And the third category, starting with an M, is their mutuality in your relationship. Okay, mutuality. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to focus in today on the category of maturity. So, is your partner mature?
There's an acronym for the MATURE we're going to go over. The M for mature is moving. Is your partner or the dating person you're dating moving toward making Jesus his master or her master? Can you see signs of it? Like, do they have an increased desire to read the Bible or pray with you or by themselves or go to church?
Yeah, so that's moving towards your master. That's the M of the acronym. And we're defining, once again, traits that really define, we think, important traits that define maturity. So the second letter in the acronym mature is A. Is your partner addiction free? And I would say that would include alcohol, drugs, and certainly pornography. There's a bit of a kicker here, I think, with alcohol. Most people who are addicted to alcohol, you'll see signs of that at some point. Drugs may be a little tricky, but you'll see mood swings and things like that with some drugs, and you'll be able to pick that up. But pornography can be a very, very difficult addiction to pick up. And I'm thinking we have good friends who have an international ministry in dealing and helping people who are addicted to pornography. We probably ought to interview them at some point to go over that, because that's almost a category of a problem in itself. So A is for addiction free.
So T of I'm doing mature. Okay. Thoughtful.
Thoughtful, right.
And is your dating partner just thinking about themselves, or are they thinking about you? Are they doing something they remember what you like flowers or whatever, or write you a nice little note, or, are they thinking about you? Are they thoughtful?
Yeah. The U of mature acronym, are they undeterred and unwavering? And what do I mean by that? Are they pursuing something important in their lives, like a career or education or Even the relationship, do they have a vision for their life going forward and so on? And are they pursuing it? Do you see action in that regard? Are they undeterred and unwavering? That's the U in the mature acronym.
So the R in the mature acronym of this is responsible. Are they responsible in the relationship with you or in others? Are they, if they say they'll meet you at a certain time, do they get a hold of you? Do they tell you they'll be late? If they're, if they're gonna be late, do they let you know? Do they send you a text or something? Are they responsible
Yeah,
for
do
their
they,
actions?
so do they fulfill commitments? That's another
Yeah,
one that you can see.
commitments.
If you see that they're canceling appointments, either with, doctor's appointments or
Mhm.
appointments with other people, or even their friends, and they do it kind of casually, maybe with or without notification, you've got some sign that there's a responsibility, they're not responsible.
Mhm.
And that's a warning flag. Are they responsible? And the last of the mature acronym is E, and the E stands for, are they emotionally stable? Now, I don't mean do they have a mental illness that is under treatment? That's not that can be very emotionally stable, of course.
Mhm.
But if you've got somebody who is exhibiting uncontrolled or misplaced anger, anger that just pops out of nowhere, and you don't see it once, twice, you see it, a lot, a number of times, or their anger is misplaced. They may be, pointing to you and like you're the problem, or they have blame and shame. In other words,
Mhm.
they've done something wrong, but they don't take responsibility for it, and they blame you for it, or they blame everybody else but themselves
Yeah.
for it, and they shame
Mhm.
others in doing so. And then manipulation. They manipulate the conversation. So you may be saying something and they speak over you, or that you talk
Yeah.
about some feelings or a desire that you have, and they try to change it all to themselves. All of those behaviors, manipulation, blame and shame, misplaced or uncontrolled anger, are real warning signs. So if you see any of those, they are not emotionally stable. Now, the fact of the matter is, if they get a clean bill of health, so to speak, with each of those behaviors in the mature acronym, you've got a keeper there, at least. And if indeed their master is Jesus, you've got a keeper there.
Mhm.
We do want to add three more bits of advice here. However, um, one of the issues that comes up with particularly maturity and determining whether somebody is mature is it takes time to see cracks in the foundation. So we all know that when we're dating in the first weeks or months, we're on our best behavior. We can keep it up pretty well. But if there are cracks in that foundation of good behavior, where some of these signs of immaturity really are present, but you haven't seen them, they will
Mhm.
show through if you give it time. So don't rush things. Don't try to rush commitment and so on and so forth. Be a good observer and so on. So time is on your side. What's another one, Lynn?
Another one is not feeling like you're going to change that person. And that if you just wait long enough, they're gonna change. You have to see some signs of change in them, that they have a desire to change.
Yeah, so if you see signs of immaturity, okay, you see some of these warning signs. I can't tell you how many times we've heard this. Oh, just wait, a little bit of time
Mhm.
and they'll get better. Or, no, they're going to be in a relationship with me and our relationship will be so strong, so loving, that person will change. Just give it time. Well, let me tell you something. It's not
Mhm.
your role to change them, number one. Whether you're in a dating relationship or in a marriage relationship, it's their role to change themselves. Okay, number one. And number two, change ain't change until it's change. And so if you're waiting for change, you may be waiting a very, very
Right.
long time. So listen, stay tuned. We are going to complete our 3 categories of this guidebook for dating, Christian dating. And the next one we'll talk about is the mutuality of your relationship. So stay tuned. See you then.